So let's see here. Stream validation in progress. Let's go on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, so it's live.
Cool.
Can you see it?
Live to Facebook, YouTube?
No, I'm on go to YouTube/OffDutyGamers.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I see the test is up right now. Cool. Yeah, I see you.
So hopefully in a minute you're going to see you. So we definitely got a little bit of a delay. So it's live. Let me mute that.
Yeah, so you're using a different camera for the stream, yeah?
I'm using, so everything is being run off of, so the iPad. So there's this thing, Switcher Studio, that I've been messing around with. So hopefully, if you just saw your, right,
yeah,
so
I see me now.
exactly.
Cool.
And so what I can do is I can isolate on you, and we can say, if I do,
That's cool. Switcher Studio.
so if we do this, then bam, then we
So
get.
how is it pulling the Skype? How's it pulling the Skype feed in there?
So Switcher Studio can actually use any iOS devices as a camera, okay? So as a source, and so you can have up to 9 cameras that you can control with Switcher Studio. So they all just need to be on the same Wi-Fi, and then they all show up as sources. You put the camera in, and then you go, and you've got the whole thing. So
That's cool.
yeah. So then what you end up having is, and let me grab you. Here, I'll do it this way. All right. So let's show you a little bit of the magic. All right. Too many cords here. Oop. Let me turn off the light. It just went off. How do I turn that on? Turn that off. There it is. So if I go into, so I've got my iPhone, okay, ta-da. So my other iPhone, if I go in and I say, and I launch Switcher, and I just say remote camera mode, this one then turns into a source. I can now add it, allow. Okay, so now what I can do is I can say, let me do this. All right, so if you are, so hopefully in a second you probably will see on the feed. All right, so I'll just explain it because it'll come through instead of waiting for it. But so you're here on this phone, right?
Okay, yeah.
You got Skype going, and the what I've done is I've just told it that I'm basically doing screen sharing. Your audio is coming out of this, and it's going into this Zoom.
Wow.
And this mixer is just for audio, so I'm doing the audio mix. That's actually coming out, and it's going into here, and coming in, and now it's a source. And so you got the sources are here, right? So this is the 3 that I have currently: my phone, the iPad itself, and the device that you're on. And then I can go through here, and I can just do this. So if I said, push that.
That's cool. Hey, you have a Zoom.
So then I have so I can actually go and I can say, I can just remove that. You can do the cool stuff like these screen effects.
Oh.
And then I can do things like, you can put lower thirds.
Ooh, that's cool. Lower thirds?
Yeah, so here, if I do...
So it only works for Apple stuff.
You can hook a... So I can actually hook a device. I can screencast any device. So I can do that and that'll come through. So let's see. So if I go back in here, you see...
animation right there.
What's that?
See, I just saw the Facebook animation.
Yeah, so like here, I'll show you. You'll be able to watch this. So if I change and I just put a graphic on top, then I can get rid of it. Can do the good old Blue Falcon.
Wonder if I change the orientation of the camera, if it will change altogether.
Probably, yeah, there you go. So now if I go and I say side by side, if I do the A-B split,
that's cool. You put the logo and everything in there.
Yep. And so then I can so now I can have I've got my other device now running, so then I can actually have it where the two phones, and then they're coming through as a double display. You're probably catching up.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. It's a lot of cool toys and features on there.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. You have so I've got a lav mic going. I've got some other stuff here, so you can actually mic up a little better. Right now, I'm just running it off the audio here, off the microphone. But I could actually just run myself as a lav mic, sound much better. But yeah, so then you just switch. Your studio allows you to do all these cool little pops, and I can do things like if you want to, I can do this.
I like your phone case, in that phone case.
So let's do this, and I say if I switch over, oops, I lost your feed. Let me go back. There it is. And if I say do that. Now, if I go back in between, so I have a little cube effect that goes through, and I can do cool, like little twists. So are all those? Are we fully gas blowback nowadays, or what?
I mean, these are all airsoft guns. My one really is over there, but I mean, some of them are, most of them are electric actually. A couple are gas.
So what's your favorite?
Really just depends. Some of the guns I like them because how they look. Some of them I like them how they shoot. I don't really have like a favorite, but I am feeling the double barrel M4 a lot recently just because, man, I think this messes people up.
Which one? The which one?
Double barrel M4. It's this one. See if I can reach it without using the mic. Oh god. Came over here. Ah, shit. I have to reach. Yeah, this is double barrel M4 right here.
So here, let me maximize your.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, my buddy who's in the army with me in Japan is my roommate.
Oh.
So yeah.
So there you go. So we've got let's do.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool picture-in-picture stuff that you can do.
Yeah, so I can also do. Let me put this down. Spartan 117 GW, right?
Mm-hmm.
So So here, now watch what's gonna happen. We go like this.
Let's go. Yeah, I see it's full screen on the feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking up like 4 more airsoft guns tonight. God, I've lost count of
What
how
do
many
you?
guns I have.
Yeah,
Like,
you got quite the collection. So what are the what's the faves?
and probably the guns that Travis Haley painted. I had him. He cloned a SOP mod they carried in Iraq. I got that one. So it's, I mean, it's kind of like every gun's different, and I like them for different reasons. It's kind of hard to say which one's my favorite right now. But like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M4s on the wall there.
See a scar back there? Is that what I see?
I got 3 scars.
Nice.
There's 3 scars right there. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
So we're gonna see you on the news for California raid, right?
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 guns, not including pistols.
Nice.
And that includes 1 separate grenade launcher. Some of it's PTS's gun. Wait, was that 39 guns? It's like fucking almost 40 guns. Oh, I think I missed one. 40 guns. There's an L85 over there. I'm gonna sell some guns too. This is like, I try to keep it so it's just enough guns to fill up the wall, but I want to get more than that. It's kind of like, yeah. But some of them are PTS too, so.
Some of them are which one?
Yeah, PTS's guns.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I use this backdrop for filming videos and reviews and stuff. It's like an interesting, cool backdrop, and it kind of makes the cool tactical aspect a little cooler.
Well, you see your name's up on the screen now.
Yeah, I see level 30. That's awesome.
And then if we do, so when it catches up with the video. You'll be able to see going split screen. So what else you been up to? I see you've been doing some gaming. What's the latest games?
Gaming. I've been playing a lot of Division lately.
How is it?
Good. I just got a 1080 Ti for my computer, so. Been playing Division, did a little bit of streaming on that. I kind of jump around between games. I'll play Capital Supremacy on Battlefront. I haven't played Battlefield 5 in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably play a little bit more. Then I was like the main things I've been kind of doing recently have been the Star Wars toy collecting, the airsoft stuff, and the gaming stuff. And then on the side, working on like video projects and stuff like that. And then whether it's anything with the Jurassic Park Jeeps, or if there's like gigs that come up, like the mocap thing's pretty exciting. Really hope that goes through because it'd be boss. The guy that does it, the guy that put me on that one, it's funny. It's always a Navy SEAL. Because on Bright, I was in Bright for Netflix because of Kevin Vance, who's in all the David Ayer movies.
Yeah.
And he just worked on Triple Frontier. And then
Was he on Triple Frontier?
He's not on it, but he worked.
Who worked on it?
He helped train the actors.
All right.
And then the other SEAL that I know, who is an old 90s Death Brew guy, 90s, 2000s, Todd Sharpett. And then when he left the teams and went back to the regular teams,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the Command Master Chief of SEAL Team 3. So like, when he went from Death Brew down to the regular teams, he got put in like a leadership position or whatever. But super cool guy. He's the guy. I did a background gig on SWAT on CBS with him once, and then we've just been friends ever since. Went to his house. Like, he's got like a SEAL Team 6 like letterhead on his desk. Like, it's so funny because it literally says like SEAL Team 6 on the thing and everything. Like all those government documents. I'm like, fuck, it's real.
Nice.
I mean, everyone knows it's real, but it's like, wow, there's actually government documentation where they actually use, like, that's the nomenclature that they used, at least at that time. until they probably change it to like dev brew or something like that. But yeah.
You know, wear that thing out, man.
I mean, you're kind of breaking the trigger. Yeah.
Was that a new piece?
Not necessarily, but it's like, I mean, you're gonna shoot it anyway, so it's like, just, if anything, it's just practice trigger control. Just side alignment, trigger control.
Here, we'll bonus this up a little bit.
God, I love Enforce, but man, their pistol lights just not working too well.
Who we chatting with?
We're chatting with Greg.
Oh, hello, Greg. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I haven't seen or heard from Greg in eons.
Yeah, household 6.
I have some chicken and broccoli for you if you want some. Do you want any rice? You don't want anything?
No.
Okay.
Thanks.
No worries. Love you, bye.
So yeah, so you even have lights going. So I just threw on the externals. So
cool.
yeah, it's good stuff.
That'd be cool if we can get some gaming live streams up on ODG at least like once a week.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I wanted to figure out if we could do this. I have to find out. You're watching the stream. If you listen to the stream, what's the audio like?
Let me see. Do I have it on? Sounds good. Yeah, audio sounds good. I just listened to the speakers there, so it sounds really good.
Okay. It's just yeah. So it's kind of nice. This whole little setup is all run through an iPad, and then Switcher Studio is just easy to control.
Who needs a super expensive studio anymore? You just need iPad.
No, yeah. I mean, you can just do things. Let's see. We can do.
Are you who else do we have on ODG still?
Most of the guys are still around. They just haven't. Just gotta knock off the dust and get them back up and running.
No, yeah, like I mean, the key thing is just you could have a different person streaming gameplay like a couple nights a week. Like one, they just jump in like whatever. Like I mean, a different day. As long as you can have like, hey, if you're streaming this day or if you're not streaming that day or whatever, right? As long as someone's streaming, it doesn't really matter. As long as someone's streaming a game or something, that's cool. And then, yeah, we're basically just talking about like a 2019 modernization of ODG and just kind of bringing everything up.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's what my thought is that instead of writing articles, we'll do more of this stuff where we can break down the stuff like we could normally, what we remember our sessions where we'd break everything down and we'd go back and forth. We could have some of the live breakdowns where we just round table.
That's where things are going these days anyway.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it, and that's why I wanted to get Skype in here, is we get Skype running, we get everybody on Skype, we can round table them. We can actually have the conversation. We can bounce things around. We can add other inputs. So I mean, I can easily, all these little extras that we can do. Messing around. If I do.
Have you seen any of the stuff that We Are the Mighty does?
No.
Check out We Are the Mighty. Even though they're not gaming oriented, a lot of their video content is really good. I know one of the hostesses, Shannon Corbett, Air Force vet. She was actually in Jurassic World Exodus. But yeah, just it's a really cool kind of just something for inspiration, really.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things we can do. I just want to get the gang back together. I think we've got all the technologies all here. We can actually get some things rolling.
Yeah, is just gonna be like reestablishing like connections and stuff. Cause like, man, like community, like I think since I've known the Battlefield guys, their community managers have changed like 3 times. So it's like
yes, and so that's a good thing and a bad thing. So the bad thing, obviously, everybody got scattered to the winds, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm still on Facebook with a lot of them, and the nice part about it is they cross-pollinate. And so where we had connections with EA, now we have connections with, in Blizzard, and we have connections in, over at Activision. I mean, these guys are all over the place. They've kind of moved around, so we could definitely take advantage of that, and we can bring some other people in there.
Some of them get out of the gaming industry, and some of them just move around. Like CSUN is at what? Is he at Twitch? I don't know.
CSUN went to he went to Monster for a while.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He kind of fell off the planet. I haven't seen him in a while. I may have lost him on the social media channels, but it's so Big Al is ready to rock. A few of the others, Kevin and a few, have actually chimed in, and they're willing to jump back in here. I think everybody likes the fact that it's video and we can just do this at a spur of a moment, and I think that's what we're trying to do is.
The writing article stuff is cool, but man, it does take a lot of time.
It does, and these days, while there are some that are doing that, really the ones what I've seen is, it's video games. So it just makes sense for this to be video. So if we can get to do, if we show gameplay, I'm thinking about it. And if you're, I could have a feed if we leverage your feed, I could be feeding from your YouTube channel with you playing Division. And Al and I could, or the rest of the gang, we could be talking, and we could be talking over top. We could be, we could get you on here. We could, that way we support your channel, but we also can use it as a platform for. We have your gameplay, and we can, talk it out. I don't know if you saw, I threw up the Blue Falcon.
We should look at getting some military celebrities or military well-knowns, whether it's directly involved or having them guest on or having them play and stuff. I wanted to do a video series too at some point for my channel. Where I take different Spec Ops guys, I take them here, I have them play a game, and be like, Navy SEAL plays Ghost Recon, and get what they think of the game, or whether they play good or whether they play bad, and just stuff like that. So eventually I want to do something like that, but.
So so you just see on the screen?
Say again?
Did you see on the screen?
Oh yeah, I see that. Oh man, the age-old Blue Falcon. Yeah.
Yep.
And then also, I don't know if you thought we should probably pick up some young blood, some military gamers and stuff like that, some fresh blood, fresh meat for the grinder. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think these videos, putting this stuff up now is that's why my tests, obviously I've been doing some functional testing and some work here to try to figure out, the best case to do things. I've got, so I don't even have, when I was streaming before, I was doing it off of, I've got a tripod with here, I can do this for you. So I've got the an Osmo, and you'll see it in a second when you go through. So on a tripod, I've got an Osmo, DJI Osmo, and I can use that as for my phone. I can use that for the phone mount, and then go ahead and have that up on the thing. So It's actually a pretty decent setup for next to nothing. I mean, it's it's a nice little piece.
Cool. So. Oh yeah, I just saw you flip it around. Oh man, those Osmos are really good. I might have to pick one of those up because they follow you around.
Yeah, you can do tracking with them. You can, but they're just nice, a little steady cam type of setup. And I mean, the Osmo, the DJI, the Osmo Pocket is really nice too. That one's pretty small.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Let's see, is that one the DJI Osmo?
This is the Osmo 2 that's here. The Osmo 2 Mobile.
Yeah, I noticed gimbals always act weird around guns because of the recoil, but other than that, they're great. Handheld, wow, it's only $120.
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah, and they have a 14-hour battery life on the, because there's a stick battery in the handle, so then you can actually use that to power the phone.
Wow. With tripod combo, or I mean, if I already have a tripod, then I don't need the tripod combo. And I'm gonna have to get that. Add to cart.
It's actually pretty, like I said, it's pretty cool.
I have to get one of them. I think it was $200 before, so that means the price went down. I wonder how the Osmo.
No, it's been pretty stable. I think even when I got it a year ago, it was I bought it when I went through Hong Kong and just to bypass the taxes, and it was I think it was still about 110.
I have one. I still got mine.
You still got your what?
Oh, that was my buddy's ship.
That's all.
I know. I'm just having some fun. I can hear.
He's playing Destiny.
Ah. So yeah, so I guess what's nice about it is that as we're on here, we can support your channel. We can we can kind of inception this thing, so we can have it where we can support your channel. We can put the lower thirds up. We can leverage that. If you want to go watch the gameplay, go over there. Let's hop in. I can actually just hop in anytime when you're playing, and we can kind of come in. Heck, we can even watch when you go live, and then jump in, and I can stream it off and talk over you.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. So.
Man, the DJI Osmo Pocket looks very impressive.
Yeah, it's good. It's a
K30 FPS.
Yeah, they're pretty. It's pretty small. It's easy. I don't know. You're going to be running and gunning, so I don't know if you're going to be. You're probably going to still want something a little more solid. It's good. You can pull it out of your pocket and you can have it around, but you wouldn't be. I don't think you'd be running and gunning with it.
I do like the size. Size is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because the problem with the Karma gimbal I have is it's fucking huge.
It doesn't take away everything, but it certainly helps out.
See if anyone's made footage with the Osmo Pocket for airsoft. It looks like a couple people have. I'll look at that.
So, Division's worth picking up. Are you playing it on Xbox?
Playing it on PC mostly. I have it on Xbox and PC, but Level Cap actually got me a code for that. So every now and then I'll play with Level Cap.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually thinking about picking it up. I was now that I've got the PS4, I've got Xbox One, PS4. I haven't rebuilt the PC. The PC's been probably the last piece of the puzzle. Is definitely need a gaming rig, or at least some severe updates, because I haven't really changed anything since offline. Since ODG kind of went offline 3 years ago. So my parts and pieces are old. We just got Al back up and running with Windows 10 finally. He was having a bunch of blue screens. It turned out his hard drive was failing, so we swapped out that, got him back up and running. So That's why I've been poking at him too, seeing if he can get online and become a little more active. He's going in about 14 different directions, so between the job and the kids are in high school, so definitely keep him busy. But
that makes sense.
yeah, that's not bad. So
yeah, I'm downloading. I have Battlefront 2 on my Xbox. I'm downloading it on PC because I'm betting it probably looks hella good on PC.
Mm.
Yeah, this is on the Osmo Pocket.
What are you watching?
Looking at footage on the Osmo Pocket, I'm like, bro, this is from a fucking Osmo Pocket? Holy crap. Whoa. That looks pretty good. Wow, very impressive. Let's see, message this guy, they ask him some questions. Oh, cool. It's awesome airsoft footage with. Okay, so some guy did put it on a gimbal on him, and he's playing. How does it look? Yeah.
Oh, he mounted it on himself?
Mhm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's got it like right here. I would put it over the shoulder. Still pretty cool.
Let me.
Actually, share this video to some buddies of mine. See what they think.
See if I can.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Alright, I'm messing around. I'm gonna see if I can bring in a feed here.
Got it.
Probably not getting audio, but we can work that through.
Let's see. Oh, are you watching the TIE Fighter video?
Yeah.
That's one of my better airsoft videos that I put out recently. A lot of people have been bugging me about it. They're like, I saw the TIE Fighter video. I was like, oh yeah, no, he's hella cool. I wonder how many views that thing has.
So like I'm doing a little picture in picture. You'll have to center yourself on the frame, but it'll be
Oh So is that like your example of? Let's see,
So for you, if you look at your camera or look at Skype, I'll show you what I'm seeing. Look at.
Oh yeah.
So I'm running this as a source. I'm not running any audio out of it, so I can hear it through the.
Oh wow! So it's actually going straight to the feed. That's cool.
Yes. So I'm feeding, and then I've got you in picture-in-picture.
Cool.
So
So
then
that
we
could
can.
be like whoever's talking about the game and whatnot.
So let's see here.
Now, what did you think of the gameplay? Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I even have the Arabish Star Wars stuff underneath the that there. It's pretty.
Little, yeah, you were doing definitely doing some cool pieces. I don't know how much. Let's see, what else have we got in here? We have the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We have the. It doesn't put them in order.
Wow. So the guy, okay, he put the Osmo right here, right?
Which video is it? Let me see.
I'm looking at this airsoft video, and what he did is he took an M9 or a similar mag pouch, which is the same size as the Osmo, and just put the Osmo in there. I was like, well, that's kind of genius. Interesting. Might get the Osmo Pocket though, because that is looking very impressive.
So then let's do.
That's probably Swamp Sniper. I think I'd give this one too. Yep, that's my buddy Chris Ratton.
You'll have to watch the feed. I'm messing around a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm checking out the feed. How much more I can kind of clean out my computer before.
Alright, I think I fixed the picture-in-picture a little bit.
Oh, cool.
You'll see it in a second.
So can you control which types of picture-in-pictures you have? I think if I remember, you could change which ones.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Like size or like...
Yeah.
It's the full or the...
So if you watch for a second, it's gonna update. See? Now it's the full width. So you see it now?
Yeah, I see it. Okay, cool.
So and I can move the position. We can do.
Yeah, I would almost say like. If anything, I would like make the picture-in-pictures a little bit smaller.
All right. So let's go. Let's check it out.
Like a third of the size smaller. That's pretty cool that you can do that. Okay, I see pixel dump.
let's
So where-
see. Alright, making an update.
Yeah, the
Bad company
so
team.
So that's what he used to film his video. He used this to film his video. Got it.
Who's this?
Oh, that's the proof and concept for his Red Dead Redemption video. Whoa, that's how he did it. So that's how. Wow, that's cool.
What are you watching?
No. At the end of the video, it shows test footage of what became his Red Dead Redemption video.
Oh. What do you think of the sizing now in the... Alright, so you should be caught up now. You should see the...
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
So this is what I was saying. We can throw your feed up and we can run it through. We'll have to figure out, just make sure we sync everything audio-wise and commentary-wise.
Okay. I definitely dig it.
So...
I'm trying to find this one folder and I can't find it.
Well, I think what I'll do is I'll cut the feed off.
Okay.
Let's see.